Hi everybody, this is Bob from Buckeye Sports Center. Today I'm really excited to take a look at a brand new model for Barletta for 2024. Last year they came out with a model called the Reserve. It was a big hit. It was a very difficult boat to get. Awesome boat, fiberglass outer shell on the exterior to replace the normal aluminum fencing, traditional high-end pontoon Barletta VIP technology, from the floor down. But now we've got a new version of this Reserve that's called the Reserve Leggara that is a 26-foot boat and a little bit different than the first Reserve. The primary difference that you're going to see as a customer is that the top is a little different, and that's going to be, this is basically a version of the top on this boat is similar to what's on the Luso, versus this is a power arch that goes up and down power. The traditional old Reserve that came out last year, which is still available, has the power arch that is a telescoping arch. So that full fiberglass arch does add quite a bit to the price of the boat. So the nice thing about this new Reserve is that it comes in at a lower price point, which is awesome. Still a very high-end, very expensive boat, but a little bit more attainable if you don't want to go all the way to the full Reserve that came out last year. So the first thing you're going to notice is going to be obviously an awesome styling and setup on the outside exterior of the boat. Fiberglass, just like a fiberglass boat, outer shell here. From the deck down, you're going to see all the similar things you're going to find on a Barletta Luso from a construction perspective. So make sure to check out Barletta's other videos and different things about the VIP technology that they use and a really high-end configuration. But this particular boat's going to have that unique outer exterior fiberglass look to it, and then an awesome interior that's going to line up very similar to the Luso. But the big difference here on this Reserve is that fiberglass structure, that outer fiberglass shell that really gives the boat a unique look and makes it look like a really high-end premium fiberglass boat, even though we're on a pontoon boat. Let's take a look at the transom area, and then we'll move inside. So the first cool thing you're going to notice as we move to the transom is we've got the color-matched Mercury V10 400 horsepower engine, which is awesome. Really adds a little bit to the look of this boat, making it color-matched to the fiberglass side. So premium high-end motor. This is the kind of the newest and greatest in technology from Mercury. Of course, it comes with the power assist steering and the Mercury V10 power and all the elements you get with that. Really awesome motor, really high-end. Came out last year, was a really big success with that V10. Other things that we'll notice, and this is going to be kind of similar to most of your Barlettas on the higher end. Obviously, we have a very large transom area. Enter and exit the boat gives you a lot of easy access with this extended platform transom. We do have the rails on here so that if you are sitting in the rear seats while the boat's underway at speed, technically it's a legal seat to sit there as long as the fence rails are here and closed. If you wanted to sit like that, sit on one of the rear seats facing that direction, you'd have to have that closed to technically be a legal seat. So that's why those are there. We've got bumper holders, and then while we're back here, we'll take a look at the unique Barletta technology where they have a two-step hull configuration from a standpoint of lifting strikes to get the boat to perform and lift. So from a performance perspective, you look down there, and if you looked at any fiberglass boat, you kind of see how the fiberglass boats have basically multiple chines that allow the boat to give an extra lift. So you'll see on the center log, you'll see a step configuration there, so you can see the two different angles of step on the strake. Same thing on the outer tube. So gives the boat a little bit extra lift, a little bit more performance. Obviously you're limited in what you can do from a versus a molded fiberglass boat, but this is kind of the closest you can get in a pontoon to that excellent performance. Of course, the VIP technology Barletta uses has kind of been a mainstay from their line. There's a lot of videos that talk about that, but basically bottom line is this boat is very damp. It does not vibrate because of that VIP technology where they're using basically rubber absorption pads on metal contact that make it so you're not getting a lot of metal on metal grinding as the boat goes through the water. So let's jump inside and take a look at the Reserve Leggara 26. Okay, so in this boat there's two different interior configurations you can get. This one that we're sitting in right now is the Meridian Lounger. So this is going to have kind of a full center walkthrough, seating on both sides, and I'll talk about the versatility of the seating of the Meridian Lounger here in a second. The other configuration, which is kind of what Barletta is maybe a little bit more known for since they came out, is the Ultra Lounger, which has the one big wide piece that you can sit multiple people on. So that's the other configuration you can get in the Leggara. This one's got the Meridian Lounger. First things first, the Meridian Lounger's got multiple different ways you can sit. Okay, so similar to the Ultra Lounger in the back, but this one kind of takes it all the way up to the middle of the boat. A lot of different points and different versatility in how you can sit. So this is going to be a pretty popular way to go, just kind of sitting, chilling at the transom area with the seat set in this position. I also can raise this armrest up, hydraulic armrest, to give me a little bit extra right there, which is really cool. Another thing we can do is I can flip this seat backwards like this, kind of sit a lounger facing forward, or I can actually bring it all the way down to kind of create more of a full layout bed. So in just this rear seat, we've got 3 different configurations of seating. Obviously, we double that up on the port side where we have the exact same setup. As I move more toward the middle of the boat, I've got more versatility, more different things. So if I do flip this way, okay, we can open up this seat, and this seat actually has a little kick out where I can get this seat to set facing that way. Okay, so again, if I push that all the way down, now I can kind of get a layout facing the transom, a full body layout. So again, versatility is the name of the game here, which is again really, really cool on this seating configuration. Obviously you can sit sideways facing each other to talk. You can face backwards, you can face forwards. We have the exact same setup on this side as well, where we've got the kickback seat. So again, I can do the same thing on that seat right there. So pretty cool setup. And then finally, same idea, 3-position seat right here. I can kind of sit facing forward in my co-captain's chair, kind of like this. I can flip this facing rear, or I can flip it all the way down to create kind of a bed setup. So really ultimate versatility in how you can sit and use this boat. This seating configuration is also available on the Lusso model. So the Lusso 25 has the same kind of configuration for the seating is available as well. So other things I'm going to talk about as far as the cockpit, obviously we've got the premium Lusso furniture. And again, sometimes when I do these videos, I kind of forget about some of the core reasons why this boat is so awesome and why Barletta dominates the market. This premium upholstery, which is the same upholstery they use on the Lusso models, very, very comfortable to the touch. It's super, super comfortable, but at the same time, multiple densities of foam, so it holds up over time. So a lot of times you'll either sit in a pontoon boat and maybe it feels super, super plush, super, super soft, but we know a year or two down the road that's going to cave out and then you're going to be sitting on the frame of the seat after a year or two. This kind of has the best of both worlds, where it's got a soft touch feel to it, but it's firm enough that it's going to hold up, and quite frankly, it has held up now that Barletta's been out for about 6 years in the marketplace. This was the original furniture, obviously new versions, modified, more stitching and different things that they've upgraded, but the base furniture more or less hasn't changed too much, and we're seeing that all the furniture is holding up really, really well now that Barletta's been around for a while. So premium upholstery, and definitely a key feature of this boat, and making it work. All right, so one thing I'm not going to spend too much time on, I just encourage you, highly encourage you to look at the website, look at the standard features of what's on this boat. There's a ton of things that no other boat might not even have as an option that's already standard on this boat. This boat's got an 8-speaker upgraded premium stereo system. It's got a subwoofer built in. It's got 2 amplifiers for sound. Again, we talked about the power arch, where it has this arch goes up and down just with a push of a button. For maximized storage and use for that purpose. We've got the premium console here. This is similar to what you're going to find on the Lusso model. Adjustable steering wheel. I like how no matter how I spin the wheel, the little Barletta always stays in the middle, which is kind of cool. We've got our digital dash control, which has engine data off to the right. Wireless phone charger on this model, as well as several different phone chargers located throughout the boat in general. Easy to use digital throttle control. So this is a digital system where the shifting and everything like that's going to be super smooth. It's not going to have that clunky in gear setup. this is a good little feature, which is the fender holder, which means I can attach this piece to my fenders and bumpers. So rather than having to tie them off each time, I can just attach that to my bumper, pop that in place, and I'm good to go all the time, especially if you have the same dock and you have the same height adjustment all the time. That'll make a quick and easy setup for the, you know, fender holders. Obviously premium performance with that 400 horsepower Mercury, you know, so you're going to get excellent performance. This boat, because of the fiberglass shell, is going to be probably a couple miles an hour slower than, you know, maybe the full aluminum version, but you're going to feel, you know, get that rock solid Barletta feeling in this boat as well. So I encourage you to take a look. You know, lighting packages, exterior lights, interior lights, that's all included on this boat. You know, there's little things like in the bow there's an anchor storage that you're going to find on our boat that you're not normally going to find. Of course, you know, lockable glove box areas. As Barletta is known for, the little doggy dish door right here for the puppy, which is a feature that's been popular with Barletta since they came out several years ago. Another little feature I like to point out is the oversized center ski locker that you can put not only skis but many other things. There is a table. There's actually two tables that come with this boat. One table is actually mounted right here right now. We still have to, depending on whether the customer wants to have it mounted in the bow or in the transom, we'll mount that later. So it has a premium table that gets mounted in the center of the boat. But also you can actually see a pull-out lockable glove box hidden in here. So if you want something for a little bit more private material, very few people are going to go down in there and be able to get into that compartment, which is kind of, again, little things that make this boat, set it apart, you know, as a premium boat. The second table is located right here. We've got the pop-up table. I really like the location of it because perfect area for like a serving station or something like that, where it's not in the middle of the boat. You don't have to walk through and you know, have to kind of go around it, you know, when the table is located in the middle. Of course, additional storage. Again, this is premium upholstery you're going to find on the Barletta Lusso model. And, you know, storage underneath all the bow seats, cutouts for cup holders, USB chargers, high-end premium grab handles, premium stitching all throughout. So, you know, in conclusion, you know, just a really premium boat. I really like this model because, you know, quite frankly, that reserve model that is awesome, you know, the price point's getting pretty crazy. You know, there's a lot of those that will, you know, be, you know, MSRP in the mid 300s, you know, whereas this one's going to be definitely below that, and you know, give a little bit more reason. Still a very expensive boat, very premium boat, but a little bit more of a realistic price point for somebody to want to jump up from the Lusso to get into a reserve category, to get that look of that fiberglass exterior. I think is a really cool thing that they've done. So I expect this boat to do very well. Because of the tooling and some of the things that Barletta has, there's limited production on these models. We're lucky enough to get one here at Buckeye that's going to debut at the Cleveland Boat Show, and you know, there's very few of these floating around the country. So, so definitely, if you find one, if you get into it, you know, buy one if you can find one. And again, thanks for watching our video on the 2024 Barletta Leggara 26. For more information, visit our website, buckeyesportscenter.com. Thanks again for watching.